Good morning, students. I hope you all are doing well. This is once again your economics teacher Lakshmi Vyas, and today I am here to start a new chapter which is market mechanism, which shows equilibrium price and quantity in a competitive market. Today we will do the first part of this chapter and the second one we'll do in the next tutorial. So, here we start. Till now, we have discussed the chapters related to theory of demand and theory of supply and their respective elasticities as well. Now, this chapter will have a combination of the two. That means we will have the consumer's perspective, demand, at the same time the producer's perspective, supply on the same platform. So, they both will give us some concepts about market, because market means producers as well as consumers. So let's start with the very first concept of this chapter, which is equilibrium. Children, always remember, equilibrium term will be very commonly used in the economic concepts which you will learn now onwards. So equilibrium means basically a situation when the quantity demanded of a commodity equals the quantity supplied of the commodity. For example, if you consider any commodity, say pen, then the total quantity demanded, here we always consider the market demand and market supply, not the individual. So total quantity demanded by the entire market be suppose 100 units, and if the market price is such that the quantity supplied by all the producers at that particular price is also 100 units, then we can say that the condition and the situation is in equilibrium. So equilibrium means quantity demanded equals quantity supplied. Just opposite to that is disequilibrium. Disequilibrium is a situation in which the quantity demanded is not equal to the quantity supplied of a commodity. Maybe quantity demanded is more than the quantity supplied, or the quantity supplied is more than the quantity demanded. Both the conditions will be under disequilibrium. So equilibrium means equality between demand and supply. Disequilibrium means inequality. Now, under equilibrium, the most important topic of this chapter will be equilibrium price. Equilibrium price means, as I already told you in the example, the price at which the quantity demanded equals quantity supplied is equilibrium price. That means when there is the situation of equilibrium, then the corresponding price in the market is called equilibrium price. And in this chapter, we will learn how equilibrium price and the quantity can be determined in a competitive market. Means how price gets decided. Because each and every consumer always want that price should be the minimum possible price. Always we all consumers want the product at the minimum possible price. On the other hand, a producer always wants to sell the product at the highest possible price. So what should be the price? Producer wants the maximum price to be set, but consumer wants the minimum one. So who will decide? Basically, both of them will decide. So our next part is that only. Determination of equilibrium price and quantity in a competitive market. In a competitive market, we know the demand curve is downward sloping, as you can see here, and supply curve is upward rising. That means law of demand holds and law of supply holds generally. Then equilibrium price and quantity is basically determined by the intersection of both. Demand curve is showing that at what price the quantity demanded by the individuals and the market, and supply curve is showing at what price what quantity will be supplied by the market. So the point E in the diagram here is equilibrium, because at the price P, OP level, the quantity demanded according to the demand curve is OQ, as well as the quantity supplied according to supply curve SS is OQ. So when the price is OP, quantity demanded is OQ, quantity supplied is also OQ. That means both of them are equal, and that is why This point E is called equilibrium point, and the price level OP is called equilibrium price. Quantity level OQ is called equilibrium quantity. Now, this is the basic concept about how price is determined. So, price is determined by intersection of demand and supply. Now, whether that equilibrium will be stable or not, what happens if we move away from it? To understand that, see the second bullet, when the price level is P1, that means above the equilibrium price P, then at that price, the demand will be at point A and supply will be at point B. That means it will create an excess supply in the market. And whenever it creates an excess supply, the producers will not produce much in the next period, and automatically the quantity will fall. So, at excess supply, price will fall. We all know that when a season is about to end, then we see end of season sale. Why? Because the price is such that the people are not going to purchase it. Then what firms do? They provide sale. Because they have excess supply, they provide sale. Basically, that means they reduce the price, and as a result, the demand becomes high and the gap between demand and supply gets reduced, and automatically equilibrium reaches back. So, whenever there is excess supply in the economy, price will automatically fall and reach the equilibrium back. Similarly, when the price level is P2, then it will create an excess demand, because when the price is low, everybody wants the product. So, demand will be too much at point L and supply will be less comparatively at point K, because producers are not willing to sell at a lower price. So, it will create an excess demand in the market. And whenever there will be excess demand, the price will automatically rise. Because if you are a producer and the product which you are producing is in huge demand and you don't have that much supply, what will you do? You will increase the price. So the price will automatically increase till it reaches P again. So equilibrium price is that price where the quantity demanded equals quantity supplied. And as a result, whenever we move away from this, it will automatically come back. So this is how equilibrium price and quantity in a commodity market is determined. This is a long question, 6 marks it can come, or it can come in a 3 marks question as well in any part. That means how the price and quantity will respond to change in the demand and supply. After that, we'll move to our next important part from where the application based questions can come. It was a direct question. The next one is an application based. That is how equilibrium price is affected by changes in demand and supply. Now, changes in demand and supply. We have discussed this part before as well. So, let's recapitulate it one after another. Change in demand. That means what? How the demand of a commodity changes. Here we are not dealing with the movement along the demand. We are dealing only with the shift of the demand curve. So, demand curve shifts toward right whenever there is an increase in the demand, and it shifts toward left when there is a decrease in the demand. So demand increases because of many factors. 6 factors are written here: income, price of complements, price of substitutes, taste and preference, price expectation, and population. So when any factor have a positive effect, demand increases, like when income increases, price of substitute rises, and price of complementary falls, or there is any favorable change in the taste and preference. All these factors have a positive effect, and as a result, demand shifts toward right. Whenever there is a negative effect, demand shifts toward left. That means decrease in income or fall in substitute price or expectation of fall in the price. Maybe decrease in the population. Any of these factors can have a negative impact on the demand curve. So always keep in mind, increase in demand means rightward shift, decrease in demand means leftward shift, whatever be the cause. Similarly, what are the factors of change in supply? Supply changes because of many factors. Some of the factors are written here like technology, price of input, price of other goods, taxes and subsidies, expectation of the producer or the number of firms. Just like demand, if any factor is having a positive effect on the supply, then supply curve will shift toward right, and a negative effect will lead to a leftward shift. For example, if the technology improves or price of the input decreases or the price of other goods fall, all these will have a positive effect on the demand, on the supply of the concerned commodity, and it will shift toward right. Similarly, whenever we have a negative impact like input price is increasing, price of other goods are increasing, less efficient techniques are being used, or deterioration in the technology takes place, we will have a leftward shift of the supply curve. So always keep in mind when will supply curve shift left and when will it shift toward right. These points are important to remember while you solve the questions, because question may not directly tell you that whether the curve is shifting toward left or right. It may just give you a cause. You have to understand the effect and accordingly move toward your answer. So now let's discuss the effects of changes in demand on equilibrium, price and quantity. One after another we'll do both demand and supply. So we'll start with the first one, how the change in demand will affect the equilibrium, price and quantity. For that, this is a normal case where demand curve is downward sloping, D0, D0, and supply curve is upward rising, SS. There is no change in supply, so in the diagram you can see there is only one supply curve. The demand curve and supply curve is intersecting at point E0, which will give you equilibrium price OP0 and quantity OQ0. Now, when there is an increase in demand means rightward shift. So, the shift from D0 to D1. A rightward shift of the demand curve will lead to an increase in the quantity and price. Why so? This is because when the demand curve shifts toward right, it creates an excess demand at the initial price if we see. So we can see in the diagram at price P0, when the demand curve is shifting from D0 to D1, the quantity is increasing to Q3 initially. And what happens is, it creates a competition among the consumers and producers. And as a result, price increases. When the price increases, the quantity supplied also increases, but the quantity demanded falls. And then, until it will fall when the two becomes equal. What are the two? Quantity demand and quantity supply. So, later on, it reaches a new equilibrium which is at E1. And here we can see in the diagram clearly that at new equilibrium E1, the price and the quantity both is higher than the original equilibrium. P1 and Q1 are more than P0 and Q0. So ultimately what we learned is, whenever there is increase in demand, that means rightward shift of the demand curve, then equilibrium price and quantity both will increase. Just opposite is the case of decrease in demand. See here in the diagram you can see when the demand decreases, the curve shifts from D0 to D2. And this will create excess supply. It will create a surplus at the initial price. And again the competition among the producers and consumers will lead to fall in the price. When price falls, quantity supplied also falls, but quantity demanded rises until they both become equal. And at the end what we will see is a new equilibrium at E2. And at new equilibrium the price and quantity again is lower than the original. So a decrease in the demand leads to leftward shift of the demand curve, and as a result equilibrium price and quantity both decreases. So movement of the demand curve and equilibrium price and quantity are in the same direction. We can say that as a conclusion. This is a general case, but exceptions are always there in economics, as we know. So let's move to special case. Here two special cases are here given. As we already have discussed about elasticity of supply and elasticity of demand. We know what do we mean by perfectly elastic or perfectly inelastic curve. So the last one was a normal supply curve upward rising. But here the first special case is perfectly elastic supply curve. When supply curve is perfectly elastic means infinitely elastic. Due to a small change in the quantity demanded responds to infinity. So in such cases, supply curve becomes a horizontal straight line, and as a result, when the demand increases or decreases, price remains the same. Only quantity can change. So what we have seen here is, when due to increase in demand, the demand curve dt shifts rightward to d1, the price remains same again at e1, but quantity increases from m0 to m1. That means with increase in demand, quantity demanded, equilibrium quantity also increases, and similarly with decrease in demand, quantity also decreases, but price remains the same. On the other hand, in case of perfectly inelastic supply curve, when the supply curve is vertical straight line, what we see is, due to increase in demand from D to D1, the new equilibrium reaches at E1 where the price is high, but quantity remains the same. On the other hand, if the demand falls from D to D2, we are seeing that the new equilibrium E2 shows a lower price. That means with increase in demand, price is increasing. With decrease in demand, price is decreasing. But quantity is not responding. These two are special cases just because of the supply curve is perfectly elastic in the first case and perfectly inelastic in the second case. So, the movement of the change, like in the first case, the price is moving with the demand, the quantity is moving with the demand, and in the second case, price is moving with the demand. But the second one remains a constant. Till here, what we saw is movement or shift of demand curve and its impact on supply and equilibrium price and quantity. So basically, supply was not changing in any of these cases. What we have seen is how change in demand is affecting the equilibrium price and quantity. So when demand increases, usually equilibrium price and quantity both increases. When demand decreases, both of them decreases. Special cases also, if it is perfectly elastic, price remains fixed, quantity moves with the demand in the same direction. If it is perfectly inelastic, then quantity remains the same, price moves with the same direction of demand. Now let's move to the shift of supply. So effects of changes in supply on the equilibrium price and quantity is our next topic. Here you can see on your screen, when demand remains constant, then supply curve shifts, and that can also affect the equilibrium price and quantity in many ways. See here in the diagram, DD is the demand curve and SS0 is the initial supply curve. Both of them intersects at point E0, which is the equilibrium, and as a result, the equilibrium price and quantities are P0 and Q0 respectively. Now, if supply increases due to any factor which we have discussed, so if supply increases, then supply curve will shift toward right. That means downward shift from S0 to S1. And as a result, the new equilibrium will reach at point E1, because now the new supply curve S1 is intersecting with the demand curve D at E1. So the new equilibrium will say that price is decreasing, but quantity is increasing. Why so? Because when the price decreases and quantity increases, the new equilibrium reaches at E1. On the other hand, there can be decrease in supply as well. When supply decreases, then the curve moves from S0 to S2. That means an upward shift or rightward shift due to any factor, any one of the one we have discussed. So the supply curve moves upward. And as a result, the new equilibrium reaches at E2. So the new equilibrium price P2 is more than the initial one, but quantity is less. So what we can say is an increase in the supply of a commodity, which leads to a rightward shift, basically causes a decrease in the price and increase in the quantity. On the other hand, a decrease in the supply, that means leftward shift, leads to increase in the price and decrease in the quantity. So quantity is moving with the change in supply and price is moving in the opposite direction. This is again the general case. We can have the special case here as well. So the first special case is perfectly elastic demand curve. Just like supply curve, demand curve can also be perfectly elastic or perfectly inelastic. A perfectly elastic demand curve again means horizontal straight line, and in such case as well, when the supply increases, that means rightward shift of supply leads to equilibrium from E0 to E1, and as a result quantity supply is increasing. Here also price remains constant. If supply decreases, moves from S to S2, then equilibrium shifts from E0 to E2, and again quantity supplied, that means equilibrium quantity demanded or supplied, be whatever it is, it moves toward left hand side, that means decreases. Again we can say that with increase in supply, quantity is increasing, with decrease in supply, quantity is decreasing. But the second case shows that a demand curve is perfectly inelastic. Perfectly inelastic means no change in quantity. So a vertical straight line demand curve shows an increase in supply leads to shift of supply from S to S1 downward, but the price is decreasing. Supply increases, price decreases from P0 to P1 because the equilibrium E1 is below Q0. Similarly, when the price is increasing, here you can see in the diagram as well, when the equilibrium shifts from E0 to E2 just because of decrease in supply, the price is increasing. So the price is changing but the quantity remains the same. When there is a change in supply, in case of perfectly elastic demand curve, the price remains same, only quantity moves with supply. On the other hand, in case of a perfectly inelastic demand curve, the supply shifts but quantity remains same and price moves in the opposite direction of the change in supply. So these are the special cases of movement of supply curve with different demand curves. This is it for today. So today what we discussed is what do you mean by equilibrium, disequilibrium, equilibrium price, and then a long question which was how equilibrium price and quantities are determined in a competitive market. Basically the answer is by the intersection of demand and supply. Then the effect of change in demand or change in supply on this equilibrium price and quantity. One after another we have discussed both. Till here prepare this part very well so that in the next part you can very well understand the simultaneous change of demand and supply. That means when demand will change, at the same time supply will also change. In both the cases which we have discussed today, either demand was changing or supply was changing, but there can be simultaneous, at the same time demand and supply can change. So those effects will be more important, but to understand that you need to understand this part. So prepare this part well, answer some quiz questions that I will assign with this class, solve them, send me the responses, and accordingly you'll get the feedback as well. So write the notes, prepare your chapters, Stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you.